Police are investigating the stabbing death of a 30-year-old woman in Pelham Bay Park last night. News 12's Karina Gary spoke with family and friends about that young woman.
Antonella Contreras Linares is remembered as a woman with great values.
A good person, real cool. Always told me good morning and hello.
Antonella emigrated from the Dominican Republic, looking for a better life.
Recién graduado de enfermería, atenta a su trabajo.
He says she recently graduated as a nurse and was great at her job. That life was ultimately cut short on Wednesday night when, according to police, she was murdered after being stabbed multiple times throughout her body.
I don't actually feel safe. I'm trying to get out of here myself.
Police say a 44-year-old man was also stabbed in the forearm during the attack. Her father says that man was her boyfriend of 5 years.
Ellos, como toda pareja, siempre.
He says they, like all couples, had their problems, sometimes with alcohol. But questions remain tonight after sources close to the investigation tell us Antonella and her boyfriend drove themselves to Montefiore New Rochelle Hospital after the attack.
Que fueron a almorzar, que de ahí salieron.
He says this is the version that the boyfriend is telling people, that they went out to eat and from there they left. Supposedly, she said she had to pee and so he pulled the car over. And from there, what happened was a supposed assault. That's the version, at least, he gave the cops. At this time, no arrests have been made and the investigation remains ongoing. In Pelham Bay Park, Karina Gary, News 12 The Bronx.
We're following up on an early morning shooting in Williamsburg that left 2 men injured. News 12's Edric Robinson has the very latest.
We heard some gunshots, like 3 very loud pops.
Some neighbors waking up to the sound of gunfire just before 5 this morning right here on Montrose Avenue.
They woke me up, I looked through the window and there was a guy just laying down.
Video shows the scene as an ambulance arrived, emergency crews surrounding the 2 victims, one lying on the ground. Police tell us a 28-year-old was shot in his leg and taken to Woodhull. A 26-year-old was grazed by a bullet. He went to Kings County. Both men are expected to be okay. And what makes this surprising is that the 90th Police Precinct is just steps away from where this shooting happened here on Union Avenue. Neighbors say violence like this doesn't fit the block.
Quiet neighborhood. We don't have any of that.
And police confirm that they do have people of interest in custody, but so far no details on who they are and why this happened. In Williamsburg, Edric Robinson, News 12 Brooklyn.
A Greenwich man is blessed to be alive tonight, and he is sharing his story with News 12 in the hopes of saving others. Our Justin DeVellis has the exclusive story.
Statistically, you should be dead at 15 feet. At gunpoint.
Gonzalo Ferrero recounting his harrowing brush with death early Tuesday morning.
I should be dead. I should be dead.
Just before 5 a.m., his father-in-law's black Honda Pilot was stolen from their driveway on Windy Knolls Road.
We were praying, and for whatever's happened at 420, I'm hearing beep, 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 beep,
That's when Ferrero sprung into action.
I just felt like Wolverine and just rushed. Father-in-law tells me, pull out the camera, start recording. I'm like, now you record. Booked it.
In the pitch black, he sprinted to the end of the road, barefoot and in his boxers.
This is the only light that was there, right, facing down. And now, when I'm getting closer, they're over there in front of this house.
Ferrero then came face to face with the car thieves.
And I just go, right, but forget my friend, so what the F are you guys doing? As I went to go get him, I just saw a flash, bang, that's it.
The bullet narrowly missed him. Ferrero sustained minor cuts to his legs, knee, and foot.
Because then I had metal shards there and then a copper one here.
The thieves sped off. Greenwich police located the stolen car in Bridgeport hours later and took one suspect into custody.
Well, any crime in general, it's not a good idea because you can end up getting hurt.
Lieutenant Timothy Kelly says the town had seen an uptick in car thefts in the beginning of the year, but those numbers have come down.
Do not leave your keys in your car, lock your cars, use your alarms. Don't leave valuables in plain sight.
A warning from police that you should never confront people who you suspect may be committing a crime.
That's our job to deal with that, but especially something dealing with a property crime, it's just really not worth getting hurt.
God has helped save my life, and he could help save your life. And if you could learn something from what just happened, don't even risk it, you know? It's not worth an item. Your life is worth more.
In Greenwich, I'm Justin DeVellis, News 12 Connecticut.
An update on a block party incident in New Windsor earlier this month that left 3 men injured. Now News 12 has learned that the most seriously hurt victim has died. Our Blaise Gomez has been tracking the case and has the very latest.
The call for help originally came through as 3 men falling off the back of a pickup truck.
3 people were ejected from the back of it.
It happened just before midnight on September 6th on Frank Street. Neighbors say the men were cleaning up after what they described as a family-friendly block party. But even weeks later, police won't say how 3 men were hurt. And we've now learned from authorities that the man most seriously injured has died. Police say his name and age are not being released at the request of his family. Typically, police publicly identify a victim once family is notified. Investigators call this a complex case and say many details can't be shared. Police say the 2 other men involved are okay. I've reached out to the Orange County District Attorney's Office and the Medical Examiner's Office for additional information, but have not yet heard back. In New Windsor, Orange County, Blaise Gomez, News 12.
Thank you, Blaise. And police are still urging any witnesses to come forward to help piece together exactly what happened.
Another rescue happening at the Jersey Shore while lifeguards were not on duty. This time in Long Branch, happened Thursday morning. As News 12 New Jersey's Jim Murdoch shows us, timing and luck helped a local out for a morning jog to jump into action for a successful save.
I usually run every morning, like around 9:30, but yesterday I started a little later, probably around 11.
A phone call delayed Solomon Moyal's run by about 90 minutes. That delay led him to be just a quarter mile away from near disaster when he got a frantic call from his wife. 2 teenagers at Cottage Place Beach in Long Branch were in trouble.
For that minute, I was running 4-minute and 45-second pace. So I ran as fast as I can.
Solomon's GPS tracker shows his speed increase, and as he reached the scene, first thing he noticed was the wave action.
They were constant, probably every 4 or 5 seconds, they were just hitting.
And spotted the 18-year-old struggling to stay above water.
Every breath he takes, he's swallowing water. The waves kept hitting him in the face. I jumped in, I grabbed his hand, and then after a minute, I told him to just turn on his back. I held his arm, and we started swimming back really slowly.
By now, ocean rescue crews led one of the young men out while Solomon kept the second person afloat until the others reached him. After being checked out at a local hospital, both teens were fine. Solomon never got that young man's name he helped rescue. However, he got a phone call at the end of the day letting him know that both the man he saved and his friend are going to be just fine.
That's what made me feel good. Everything else was just I feel like I did what anyone else would have did, but after he called me and said, "I'm the boy you saved my life," I felt good.
The humble runner says he's no hero. Instead, he says his faith led him to the right place.
God put me there at the right time, really everything, the way everything worked out was perfect.
In Long Branch, Jim Murdoch, News 12, New Jersey.
6:38 now, and a living piece of art and history is coming to the Planting Fields Arboretum in Oyster Bay.
An artist famous for creating a tree that produces 40 types of fruit is revealing his newest project right here on Long Island. Alex Calamia gives us a sneak peek.
This isn't an ordinary tree. It's actually a work of art. 40 different trees in one, changing the way that we think about fruit.
When I first started, it was purely an aesthetic project. They would blossom in pink and white and crimson.
That's Sam Van Aken, an artist and professor at Syracuse University, where he created the famous Tree of 40 Fruit.
This is a European plum up here. Over here, obviously, this is a peach.
And for the first time ever, he's bringing the fruits of his labor to Long Island.
Planting Fields and this part of Long Island have a long history of fruit growing. This sort of looks at that 400-year history. And the way that it does it is that I've created 4 multi-grafted trees.
What looks like 4 trees is actually more than 100 fruit trees that have been surgically placed onto their branches. This area is called the Planting Field Stand, and the reveal is this week.
In the exhibition, you'll be able to see botanical prints that I made, also descriptions of the fruit.
You can meet the artists who created these trees on September 19th starting at 6 p.m. or join in the celebration. The big reveal of these trees at Planting Fields in Oyster Bay is September 20th at 11 a.m. All the details about registering, that's on our website. I'm Alex Calamia for News 12 in Oyster Bay.
Concerns in Spring Valley as residents are on high alert and demanding answers after a deadly shooting this weekend and those stabbing attacks that sent 2 other people to the hospital. News 12's Carol Wilkinson brings us the details.
That's the end of the world coming up. That's terrible.
Spring Valley resident Juliet Gregory responding to the recent violent attacks that happened in the village over the weekend. Investigators say the first happened just after 4 a.m. on Saturday. A person was found bleeding from severe deep cuts and rushed to Westchester Medical Center. No word so far on their condition. And just after 5 p.m. Saturday, 2 more violent attacks, this time near the parking lot at number 2 Dutch Lane. According to police, one man in his early 20s was fatally shot. A second person with undescribed injuries is reportedly hospitalized in stable condition. Many residents now worried for their own safety.
It is very sad. It's so sad. Yeah.
Does it worry you personally?
Oh, yes. Worry with me, family, children, grandkids, everybody. It affects everyone. Yes.
As police continue their investigation into this latest outbreak of violence, there is still no word from Spring Valley detectives about any breaks in the case. Not knowing any new details leaves some who live here very uneasy.
Yeah, I feel sad and mad because it wasn't like that before. So we just want to know what's going on. So my opinion is that has to be stopped.
How do you think it can be stopped?
So the government should do more. Stop the selling of the gun in the streets.
People being very scared. All the time shooting, killing people, you know, so it's not good.
And back here on the scene of Saturday's fatal shooting, so far there's no official update on police about any arrests or any motives. We're here in Spring Valley, Rockland County. Carol Wilkinson, News 12.